Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we are playing Towering Roots of the Jungle, going up against England 6. Let's go! So, in this game, I think I'm going to force going for the Empowered Incarna, really just to show it off and see how it looks. And so, in order to do that, we're going to be taking our second growth option on turns 1 and 2. And on turn 1, we're going to play Blooming of the Rocks and Trees. Although, since we got a Wetlands opener, we're not forced to go, like, super fast. And we could just play this 3 times over. We could do, like, Blooming Rocks and Trees here in the 6 in order to deny that Blight. And then that gets this to come up 1 turn slower. But it's okay. If it comes up with jungles next, and then we empower late, so it does get a free build off, it's awkward, but it's not horrible. So we're just going to do this here, and we're going to pull a miner. And let's see. Call to Ferocity is pretty slick. Non-root biters can be decent. But really with Call to Ferocity, being able to move Dahan in ways that we can actually like be proactive is a very enticing thing for us. So that way we can, save this guy, maybe pair these up, bring this Dahan into the picture, trying to get a counterattack here in the 6. That could be a really cool way for things to go. Sky Stretches is nice, but it's probably unnecessary. And Infested Aquifers just isn't going to be it. Yeah, we'll take Call to Ferocity. And we're definitely going to play Blooming of Rocks and Trees. Whether we choose to go into the 8 or into the 6, most likely the 6, can be determined. I'm thinking about going Blooming Rocks and Trees and Call to Ferocity. Bringing in some Dahan here. So then we can do like a Radiant plus Entwine next turn in order to defend this land, get a little bit of a counterattack, and, maybe sort of possibly build out some kind of a pocket. So we go here and here. Okay, and we get the Sands. Ooh. That bodes quite well for us. So we can go here, bringing this Dahan in here, bringing in 1, 2, 3 Dahan for a nice big fat counterattack. And if once we get this defend off, right, this land's going to be pocketed. And so I think actually just empowering really quickly so we can get our Incarna out of the 8 really quickly is actually what we want to be doing. So yeah, if we go here, just to do this so that we can empower next turn and we can fly out and try and be more useful around the board, I think we'll be in a very happy place. Radiant Hollow Grove is like inefficient. Just removing a single explorer. Maybe we get something better here. We get Lure of the Unknown, just pulling a single explorer out. That does the same thing, but just for 2 energy less. And in fact, it has almost all the same elements. That's funny. Yeah, it's certainly going to be Lure. If we go Lure, Entwine. Nice little Empower animation. Yeah, I think that's a lot better, right? The only thing that we don't get is, like, the ability to move a Dahan, which is irrelevant at this point. Just go here, here, here. Ooh. Great, yeah, we can just discard this Radiant Hollow Grove, which does, like, nothing in this matchup. Probably just gonna forget it. Unfortunately, we do get the... Wait, when did we earn that Fear card? There was only 1 Fear that we earned. I'm sorry, we didn't earn a Fear card. I just saw 1 out of 5. Ridiculous. Let's put our Beast over here. This B1 is starting off very quickly as just a bad land for us. Alright, there we go. Instant pocket value, which also means no value to be gained from these vitalities. Rip. 100% going for a major here. Dumping this Radiant and Hollow Grove, because it's pretty unplayable in this matchup. What do we get? UG. UG's pretty good. Manifest Incarnation could be interesting, because we are going to be quite rich. Though we're going to have exactly 6 energy, so we wouldn't be able to do Manifest plus Boon. We can UG plus Boon. Trees Radiate is honestly probably just the pick, though. It matches our right innate, which is the innate which actually like lets us, you know, progress the game forwards. We actually do get to threshold it immediately with this Boon of Resilient Power, having matching triple elements and the free sun that we can choose to pick up. Though, I don't think it's actually necessary to threshold it, right? Because we kill this. And then there's still 2 towns adjacent, so that doesn't change anything. Yeah, I do really like the Trees Radiate, especially because it gives us a solution to the 4. Now, we could, you know, reclaim and just play the Entwine the Fates of All. That's a cheaper, more efficient way of doing it. And so in that case, then UG would be better. It's definitely one of these two. But I think the real argument is that Trees Radiate solves the 5 right now. So that's the pick. Now the question is, where do we want our Incarna to go? And because we've already got a little bit of you know, stuff solved back here, and we can kick these Dahan around. I guess a reason to put the Incarna like here in the 4, maybe here in the 5, because we want to be able to drop Vitality whenever we want. But a reason to do it is so that way we can use that +1 range in order to get these Dahan moving. But we have really efficient Dahan movement with Call of Ferocity, so it's probably not something worth worrying about. If we had Blight removal, I would think B1 is a great target. Notably, if we go here into the 4, we have the Empowered Incarna, which means that this land just doesn't build. So as long as it doesn't explore, then we're just proactively solving lands by moving our Incarna around. Gives us a destroyed presence to immediately bring back Boon of Resilient Power. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, then we're just going to be hunting for some Blight removal, and then that'll make our Vitality better. Let's do that. And then that means that we don't need to... Because like one of the worst things you could do is reclaim and then have to spend all your defend cards, and then reclaim and then spend all your defend cards, and you find yourself in this loop where all you're doing is reclaiming, and we don't have the tools to actually win the game. Right now we have the tools to kick the can down the road and make it a problem for tomorrow, but we don't have the ooh, that was cool, running around the roots. That was pretty slick. What am I trying to say here? We don't want to defend forever, right? That's just going to be bad news bears. Do we want to kill this town by going bottom track? I feel like we want to instead go top track. And let's see. Third Sun doesn't do anything here. Earth gives me an Explorer control for however much that's worth. Nothing. Yeah, let's just pick up the Sun for a little bit of fear, a little bit of value like that. Spreading my presence around because Boon of Resilient Power can make a Sacred Site here in the 4. Which obviously we need to use both our Renates. Ooh, phew. I always see this as +1 damage. But map makers, yeah, not a problem at all. Happy to have it. We got no damage coming here in the follow-up, so yeah, we'll just kill those explorers. Ooh, free Dahan here is nice, so now we have balance across the board. We don't need to worry about things like Cultural ASIN. Even if we had the +1 damage, played around it masterfully. And we get the Sands follow-up. All right. Cool. This is perfectly fine by me. And actually, Gathering Explorer could have been relevant because then a defend 2 would solve this land. Anyways, let's go... What are we forgetting for a major? Probably Lure of the Unknown. That definitely is not going to be playable for a long time. And instead, draw towards a Consuming Void is always really fun in solo. But the big problem with Roots is that we really don't have bonus energy coming from our growth options. All we have is this +1, which is pretty mediocre. In fact, with this +1 and max energy, we still can't afford to play Draw towards a Consuming Void. So this is a really, really hard card for us to play. Inspire the Release of Stolen Lands is a Sun Plant card, though notably for Threshold, we need triple water and another animal. We have no animals. We do have 2 waters. It's just a really tricky combination of elements. Strangling Firevine just is, Wilds and Explorer control, which does nothing against England. Melt Earth is actually pretty playable here, right? Because if we kill 2 Explorers and we isolate either one of these lands, we'll probably do it in the 5 because we have Dahan here and we can do other effects to control this. Melt Earth into Quicksand gains us full value over this B5. So yeah, it's going to be the Melt Earth. Where to gather a Dahan? Certainly we want to start... I think we want to get them all out of this wetlands and put them in this way. Yeah, because then also it's going to double build. So then we can hit it with a Trees Radiate, and we'll be in a really good position here. So the way that I'm seeing it right now, it is B1 is the single land that we must gain control of. Now, we have our Melt Earth to play here. I kind of want to just gain a Miner and then just go from there, right? Miner, drop a presence here. Yeah, why not? We have the energy, and might as well just maximize our drafts to see what we got going on. If it wasn't for the double build, Mez would solve this. That would be slick. Mez here would deny Explorers going into the 7 and the 8 for whatever that's worth. Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth is almost playable. Oh, we could hear there be monsters pushing this town into the Melt Earth land. That's pretty good. That's possibly the best play here. And we can just, forget to hear there be monsters for a future major. Pull Beneath does 2 damage in situations where we need 3, so it doesn't quite get it done. But it does match the elements for Melt Earth. But in order for us to threshold Melt Earth, we must hit 4 card plays. And that's such a late game thing. It's really hard to make it happen. Though, Entwine the Fates of All actually matches triple. That matches double. We have, Melt Earth Threshold is quite possible. Doing 6 damage. Right, it goes into this B. I think it's a little bit ambitious to take Pull Beneath for that reason when we've already got this Entwine, which takes care of those fringe elements. Yeah, we'll do this. Also, I wonder how Melt Earth works if it is... I think Melt Earth plus Incarna would not work, right? Where it's like you cannot destroy invaders. So if you push them in, then like they just don't die. Okay, Ravage Skip, that's fine. Oh, we could have killed a town with our 2 damage. Not affecting coast, that's great. We're actually somehow managing to build like a mini pocket here. That's pretty nuts. That will explore. We're going to get super value from this Incarna by denying 2 builds. That's great. I think it is best, though, instead of, getting the cool little value of killing this town, it makes a lot more sense to kick this guy out because we're going to deny 2 builds with that action. Note all the insane value that we're getting from this Vitality here. So much value. Okay. Let's go here kind of arbitrarily. Probably because I'm considering bringing this Incarna over. Though we do definitely want some Blight removal. Just, you always want to be able to deny build in the lands that's going to kill you with England. Right now, we're looking at this escalation bringing us up to 6. Which gets you in the range of events just randomly getting you. Trees Radiate to solve this problem. A defense 6 just by itself gets it. Right, we don't need to do any other tricks here. So, what else can we do to set ourselves up for success? In order to threshold this, we just need another triple element matcher. So we would play Boon of Resilient Power. And then that would get us Town Kill from the 3 damage, City Kill from the 2 to Han. But we get the Fear no matter what, which is important. So that way we don't get double denied builds. Actually, that doesn't even matter this turn. It's almost good to let the... oh, man. It's almost good to, like, not get a fear card here, because then it's easier to get a fear card next turn. But that's probably a bit over-ambitious. But yeah, we don't need to threshold this. It just gets us 1 extra fear if we do, and that doesn't really matter in this situation, because we're producing 5 fear between 3 on the card, 2 on the kill, so we're only 2 fear away. That's going to produce a fear just by killing something, as long as we play any plant card, of which there are plenty. We could do like a blooming, and this could, you know, drop a vitality here maybe, or really in whatever terrain explores, we can drop a vitality in, right? Because it's going to be mountains, wetlands, or coastal. So 2 times we would go here, 1 time we'd go here. That's fine. That's a good way to be proactive. And we already have an explorer here that we can pop with our innate, so we don't need to worry about... I mean, the gathers are cool, but it's not a big deal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Okay, we get, what, just 1 extra fear. That's fine. I'll take it. It really, really sucks to miss out on damage value. Ravage skip. No reason to do a ravage skip. That we get our little bit of fear. That's good. And then now our innate will force the next fear card up. That's very, very good for us. We get the wetlands. So we are 100% moving our Incarna. So that way we don't just die. Yeah, we'll pop you. And then let's see. We could defend this with the Trees Radiate. But I think we're just going to save this Dahan here. Let's get you out of here. Okay, we definitely have to move Incarna every single time. And we have to pull mages that's going to solve this problem for us. Or at the very least, we need to get Blight removal. Which I think Blight removal is more... it exists more in the minor power deck than it does in the major power deck. But then what are we playing with our 6-7 energy? Certainly a Boon of Resilient Power, which gets us another major. I mean, is it worth pushing bottom track trying to threshold this Melt Earth? I think not. Here There Be Monsters is probably... So we know that's happening, right? That happens in every situation. Probably just make a Sacred Site here in the 4 to maintain 1 range from everything Sacred Sites. 7 energy, definitely want to play a lot of cards. And Let's go major. Okay. Alright, these are some pulls. These are some pulls. Unleash pairs up with the Call to Ferocity. We don't have a third fire, though. Flow like water, reach like air. We can play some other cards just to pull this stuff out. And if we do that, that is Blight removal. Okay. Flow like water is Blight removal. It's pretty wacky Blight removal, but it is Blight removal. And in fact, this here is going to make me undo my presence growth, so that way I can pull a presence and still have a sacred site. Here there be monsters can probably go. So yeah, we flow like water. We need to do this with 3 card plays because... Oh wait, we just dumped our air card, didn't we? Wait, didn't I have an air in hand? I must have had an air in hand. I did. I had Here There Be Monsters. Okay. So we have to do Here There Be Monsters. I don't want to dump the Call to Ferocity. Maybe it's the blooming of trees and rocks. Though we have plenty of unblighted lands that keep it viable. Is it Melt Earth? It might be Melt Earth that we dump here. Maybe Call to Ferocity? Call to Ferocity is completely off color. But that doesn't super matter. We're gonna play Boon of Resilient Power at the dump another major, probably dump Boon. Let's do this. So we go Flow, Here There Be Monsters, and then Boon of Resilient Power. So we can Flow. If we go here... Oh, actually, we can move the Incarna. That's pretty funny. That is not what I want. Yeah, so Flow. Let's just turn you off so that way I can't misclick. Here. If we go here, we could just double stack the Blight, which is fine. We take a Blight. Maybe we take an Explorer. And that's it. Okay. Go here. We're very strong here. We'll add the Z's. 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go 5. Then Entwine the Fates of All just solves this. We don't need to reclaim for a different defend or like force ourselves to make awkward choices by sacrificing. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then we could push 1 to Han and get value. Oh, no, we can't because it doesn't match a Ravage card. It's next turn that it Ravages. All right, we're good. ISO defend 2. Ooh. So if we ISO here... No, this land will build. So we're looking at either mountains or coastal is going to be the next one. So we're 100% going to be exploring the B2. Let's just go here. 50% chance of us denying an explore for whatever that's worth. Not much. And now we can... So yeah, this innate doesn't do anything. We can Boon of Resilient Power, bringing back you. And we can also Here There Be Monsters. And I'll dump the Here There Be Monsters to the Boon of Resilient Power. So we can go... We don't have any beasts. We can just kind of do this. Bring him back here. And what do we get? Fire and Flood we can afford. Angry Bears we don't... I mean, we have beasts here, and that's just, you know, awkward. We have only 2 Blight on the board, so Focus Land's Anguish isn't very good, though we do get an easy threshold. Fire Flood's pretty expensive, but it might be the pick because it has to be. Voice of Command being another possibility. This one's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Defend for 6, kill a town. Down to 8. Voice of Command, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kills off City. 4 against a 2. Maybe we bring in an Explorer. And then we can deal 6 damage, killing Town. Defend 2, picks up that. Okay, so Voice of Command. Voice of Command can be my solution here. Okay. So we can entwine here. If I were to reclaim and play my Blooming of Rocks and Trees here, that would be cool. But no, I can't because I need to drop a Vitality. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, man. If this was ever a Tsunami turn, this is the Tsunami turn. We're going to be on 9 energy, so we don't get the threshold. But that's okay, because we can just blow up land number 2, and then we're in a very happy position. I think I dumped the Melt Earth, because anything that Melt Earth would do here is just better done by Tsunami. Okay, we go here, we go here. +1 damage. That'll kill off a Dahan, and then it'll consume the Vitality, but that's okay because we still full clear. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. We'd have to probably forget Flow Like Water, which is fine. We can do that. Well, notably, that means that we don't get to threshold this Voice of Command. Actually, hold on a second. We want this to explore, so we go up here. And we don't get the Explorer. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with it. And, okay, we get to gather an Explorer. Gather you. And then Fear remove you. Ooh, this is tough because now I need to reclaim, but I also need Vitality in B1. We're getting 3 Ravages in a row in this one land, and that is a problem. That's a big problem. So what do we do here? Could do this. We also could just like let that land go and play a Tsunami instead. Though notably, yeah, if we die there, then it just goes up to 6. So yeah, we can play Tsunami here, and that's okay. We die, we let the Incarna die, so that way then we can Tsunami it down. I don't know about that. But I feel like we have to, right? Because we can't add Vitality anymore. That doesn't get anything done. So we Tsunami it. We Blooming something. Oof, this is an ugly turn. This is ugly. Where did I add my presence? I think I added it here in the 1. Yeah. Alright, so I add my presence here to make my Entwine stronger. Give me an opportunity for us to be saved by a couple Fear cards. That is not it. go here, here. Gain energy, no reclaim, because we just reclaimed. Okay, deny a few build actions. Ooh, denying 2 build actions here is actually insane. That's a really big deal. And here, we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cuts it down to only 3 damage ravage, which means that 1 Dahan survives. Ooh, this will flip the Blight card. Alright, well. See you on the other side. Okay. Destroy a beast, which I believe we cannot destroy this beast. There we go, we get to save it. That's cool, that's cool. Then we get to add Blight to a land. Actually, wait, hold on. Can I have my Blight here? Destroy beast. Add a Blight here, consuming vitality. Hell yeah. And then destroy Incarna. So now everything here can die. So now my Tsunami can come in. Picking up a couple cities. We'll vitality you. We can gather, explore town to try and save you. Kind of ugly. Kind of ugly. Favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark. Does that get it done? So if I put my Incarna back here on the 1 to deny the coastal build before we go into the Ravage, it won't get it done, but it's my best option. Won't get it done, but it's my best option. So we go here, here, here. Gives me a pretty sweet turn. It's just a matter of if it's good enough. Terra level 3. Alright, alright. Get some Terra level 3 fear cards is a really big deal. Let's see if we can get it. Blight with no presence. That means we take a Blight here in the 5, which I think I'm fine with. Blight removal, by the way, is always a premium. And is especially a premium right now. 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this push. That push saves me. Great. And we get to remove things. Great. I think removing a city from the 4 makes the most sense. Because right now, we are taking... Right now, we are not taking any Blight. Wait. Oh, there's 6 there. Oh, shoot. I didn't see the extra Explorer. Do we get rid of this Explorer? Or do we try and go big and get rid of this city? I feel like we're in a position where we are trying to just not lose as opposed to trying to win. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I gotta do it. I think it's too risky otherwise. Okay, we could have strifed it, but that's all right. Strife you. So kind of sort of removed. Alright, do we have the tools to push through? I sure hope so. Let's see. We can go here to gather. Explorer town. And we can remove Explorer town city. And then we can get a presence back here. In this land, we're definitely going to have to hit with the trees radiate. Infinite vitality could be the move. Fragments of yesteryear. Hold on a second. We get to just remove pieces from a land. Hold on. Hold on. There's no way it's a Fragments of yesteryear play. Is it? Because... Alright, so someone told me that if you do this, you get to see their setup symbols. So the symbols is just a blight on the bottom. So that'll help you with your Fragments of yesteryear's play. We have done great over here in the corner. Now we have problems in other places. Sands are inactive, so we don't need to worry about you. We could just dump this land, but it doesn't change the fact that it's going to be blighting regardless. This land, we would get rid of 4 invaders, but... Got 5, 6... This land might be a lost condition in the future, but for the short term, it's not. But Infinite Vitality just makes it so that way you can't take Blight, which is cool. It's functionally just a Ravage skip. Twisted Flowers is my proactive play, like the one that actually progresses us towards winning the game. The problem is that it's just a little bit slow. But it is the best pull if I believe I can survive the turn. And we do have a big Blight pool that I could tap into. So, alright, so what's the line here? Here we can hit with like a defend 2. So if I reclaim, right? If I reclaim, I'll be on 9 energy, 4 card plays, right? We'll be fully built. We have a defend 2 or the favor, either way to defend this. Vitality. Trees radiate. Trees radiate can kill, block all that. Stop in the build is cool too, but that doesn't really matter. And then we just take a Blight here. So if we do that, that spends 4 energy. And then that leaves me... then we play Blooming. So Blooming gets me the air. We have more than enough plant. And we have double moon here. So we actually get to threshold Twisting Flowers. I think that's the play because it actually like progresses us forwards towards winning the game. Twisting Flowers is actually like, you know, it's a pretty solid card. The problem is that it's just, you know, slow. It takes a really long time to get online. So we go Twisted Flowers, Trees Radiate, Blooming for the air, and now we're fully loaded on all of our innates, which is very cool. And so Favors will get us a Fast Fear. That already gives us Fast Fear. Ooh, actually, wait, this defend. We could use this defend. Yeah, we're using that here. Yeah. Okay. Entwine versus Favors. The elements don't matter. The one fear is kind of cool. Does the bonus damage matter? Because 4 kills a city. It's supposed to kill the city explorer. I mean, this leaves the Tsunami package open, so... The Tsunami package is a thing that exists, but not really, because that costs more energy than we can make. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go here. Getting the second fear card is honestly a good reason to play Favors. Just more fear cards at this point of the game just to, like, get us to win. Okay, we can Ravage in the Sands, or we sacrifice 2 presents. And we'll just sacrifice these two since they're going to die anyways in the Ravage step. A beast to land, no blight with town gets a beast. Okay, there's all kinds of events that could make that helpful. In 2 lands matching a Ravage card, deal 2 damage. Let's see. Where could we get max value from this? There's no value to be gained. Here, we're not doing any damage in this. We're not doing any damage in the slow phase, right? So there's no partial damage is going to get the job done. So really, we're just picking off explorers here. That's fine because we have no badlands. Yeah, we'll go here. Whew. Okay. Let's see what this explorer is. Sands wetlands. Okay. The jungles would have created a losing threat, and we did not get that. So that's really, really big. So for jungle wetlands, we can easily just grow vitality here, so that's not going to be a thing. We have a vitality here, so we're good here. We could actually just solve this by pulling all 3 of these invaders in right now, with this innate, or with this left innate, and then just removing them. So that's cool. And then we could actually use the threshold and get a wilds in here too for, 50% chance that this is a wetlands. That doesn't matter at all. Okay. Yeah, it makes more sense for us to gather from here since it's not going to build and then immediately go. Like, this land will probably wind up just reclaiming and playing Trees Radiate to take care of this land. So yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Here. 1, 2, 3. And let's see, for Twisted Flowers, we do get to do... Oh, we do get 3 damage. I could have put a city, but I guess we're going to be removing the cities anyways. That's difference of 1 fear. I didn't think about that. There's no point in doing Twisted Flowers here in the 4 because it's going to build before it ravages, so that's just what makes that one difficult. I think I'm just going to Blooming here. Just so that way I can take this growth option for the extra energy. So we can go like Tsunami, 1 cost, hopefully a 0 cost miner. So now the question is, how can we lose? And I think it's the 7 buildings I could lose. Thankfully we have no double builds. That protects us really, really well. We're going to do 3 damage, killing off a town. And then we're going to get 7 fear. Oh, wait, we just win. We only need 7 fear to win. We get 7 fear off of this card. All right. GG's. We got it done. And at the end of the game, we still had one of our vitality from, like, turn 0 still available. So, you know, take that as you will. Holy cow. But the real takeaway is Twisted Flowers is the best card in the game. Strife you. Remove. 1, 2, 3. Kill you. Bada. Boom. Whew. That was a bit of a brawl of a game. So yeah, there you go. That is empowering your Incarna going up against England, which I think is stereotypically the matchup where you would assume that empowering is the best situation, right? Like, I don't think there's any other adversary that when you think of like, oh, stopping the build, when is that good, right? Obviously against England. I think we did gain a lot of value from it. We were sitting in that wetlands for a long time, where I think at one point we topped out at 5 buildings in this land. And then we were denying builds the whole time, so we were like preventing ourselves from just losing to the England loss condition, which is, you know, obviously very helpful. So there we go, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a glorious day.